limiting beliefs or things that you tell yourself about yourself or areas that you've not addressed, some of your goals might be quite difficult to reach as well. Whatever it is that's holding you back, that will hinder your ability to reach that goal. If we don't consciously work on ourselves and our confidence and who we are and, try and love ourselves, if you like, if we don't consciously work on that, we can always get better, but we can actually go back as well. So if we don't actually spend the time addressing some of those beliefs, some of those goals might be quite difficult. Hello and welcome to Self-Discovery in Good Company. Hello, Stace.
Hi, Stace. How are you?
Good. Our first episode of 2025.
It is indeed. How very exciting.
Very exciting.
I have dressed like I'm directing air traffic today because my AirPods would not work. Obviously, I had some sort of technical issue. So my husband was like, you just put on these ones. They'll be better quality anyway. I was like, yeah, but look at me. I look ridiculous. So I hope nobody is watching this on YouTube.
Well, I remember you saying that you'd set up your new corner and you've got your microphone all set up.
It's now
and
attached to the wall and stuff. Yeah.
So when you showed up like this, I was like, oh, she's really taking it seriously. She's bought herself new headphones.
No, these are just ridiculous Gav headphones that he uses for editing stuff. And now here I am with these on. And honestly, I just look
you look gorgeous.
Oh, shut up. I've got a moon face and these do not help with that. So excuse the ear gear.
So we were I don't remember when we last recorded. I think it was November. We're now on the 23rd of January. So it's been a while.
Let's say it was December. Let's say it was December.
Because life is obviously just taken over, and to try and get a date and time that works for us. I mean, this is back 9 at night on a Thursday.
I know. And you can tell where my energy is just going.
Well, we're going to bring it up.
No, we've got to bring it up. You do always bring my energy up. And you've brought it up massively because my husband was like, oh my God, you're such a moody little thing. How are you going to go on and do a podcast? And I was like, I'll be fine. I'll bring it. But
you always bring it.
Oh, by the end of the day,
in true personal development style, I mean, obviously, because it's January, we're going to be talking about what, Stace?
Goal setting.
God, we're so obvious.
I know. It's like florals for spring. Yeah. Groundbreaking.
Goal setting.
But,
we're going to talk about goal setting. We're going to go through kind of principles of it from a coaching perspective, what to think about, but also as well, we want to bring a big dose of reality to the conversation.
Absolutely.
Because I think there's a lot of narrative out there around, start of the year, new me. Stace, what is it you said?
New year, same me with some minor improvements.
And that's really what we're going to be talking about.
Well, honestly, I just feel anyone who's have you seen this 75 hard challenge that people do on TikTok?
Yes.
I'm
not recently, but I've seen people do it.
You're nuts. Why are you doing that? I'm going to run 17 miles a day and I'm going to read 3 books in an hour and stuff. And I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah.
I'm an all right version of myself. I just need to be a little bit better in some areas. That's what I'm going for. Slight improvement this year.
Brilliant. I love it. So we're going to talk about that and actually kind of what some of our slight improvement areas are.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to cover is things around how you can actually set yourself up for goals that actually are going to make sense for you, or intentions that you want to make that hopefully it's easier to stick to if you follow some of these principles. And also, because obviously we love a bit of spirituality, that will be obviously dosed all over what we're talking about as well. Is that the right word? Dosed?
Sprinkled.
Doused?
Peppered. Any of those.
Yeah, any of those. So, so something that I work on with clients around goal setting is there's something that you've maybe heard of if you've done things through work or anything. It's SMART objectives. It's making these things smart. You heard of that, Steph?
Oh, yes, I have. Are they specific, measurable? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right. Yeah.
Can you keep going?
Achievable, realistic, and timely or something.
Oh, my work here is done.
Coached. Yes,
That's
you actually get smart objectives as well when you're doing like marketing campaigns as well. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so they've got to be specific, measurable,
Measurable,
all of those
that
jazz as well. Yeah, but it makes sense for coaching.
It does. And I think as well, the biggest one in there is realistic, is what I'd say, is realistic. Because
Yes.
like you're saying, that kind of, what is it called? 75-day challenge.
Oh, 75 hard or something like that. I'm going to eat 17 eggs a day and get my protein. And oh my God, that's so boring. It's so boring.
I'm laughing. It's like, this is not an inspirational podcast at all.
No, it is. It is.
No, it is. I think it's real. So
It's real.
yeah, there was somebody, I saw a couple of people on my Instagram, and they were like up at like 5 a.m. doing a workout and all of this stuff. And these are the things that I think make it really difficult to stick to. So when I'm working with clients, I'm always kind of like, right, what's happening in your life currently, and how can you integrate what it is that you're trying to achieve with what's going on already?
Yes.
Or how realistic is it for you to set yourself this goal of going to go to the gym 5 days a week, every day after work, I'm going to go to the gym, for an hour.
Oh,
okay, great. But what are you doing now? Oh, I've not been since last.
Yeah, I don't
March.
go to the gym.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And people, I think, do jump too much with it. And then it's really difficult. And there's this thing about, there's theory around goal setting or building a habit. And it's like, oh, it takes 60 days or it takes 28 days to build a habit. If I was to say to you, Stace, I want you to build a habit of eating chocolate every single day, how easy would that be?
I could do that. No problem.
I currently do that.
Well, yeah.
Say, how difficult is that?
That would be extremely difficult. In fact, I wonder why people fall off the wagon after day 3. Because it's exactly so unachievable.
And we've just passed Blue Monday, and Blue Monday is like supposed to be one of the most depressing days of the year, where everyone's skint because it's been like 6 weeks and people have been paid. And we've set these resolutions, and probably because they're not as realistic as they could be, we've not stuck to them.
Yeah.
And all that sort of thing. So I think actually the realistic bit of that kind of smart goal setting is so important. Yeah. And something that I heard recently, which I can't stop thinking about, I said it on my story, which you may have heard, is that this Harvard professor did some research, and there was basically the sample group had a heart condition, and they were told, if you take this pill every day, it will help prolong your lifespan because it will manage your heart condition and it will make you manage your heart condition better. And 1 in 7 took that pill every day.
1
so
in
6
7?
out of 7 didn't take that pill every day. And this is the thing. This is why, like, to change our behavior, it's so difficult to change human behavior.
Why would they not take it though?
Yeah, I know.
That's
honestly,
weird.
And I've said this to people, like my boyfriend was like, oh my God, obviously 1 in 7, that is, and I was like, I think I'd be in the 6 and 7. I honestly think, I don't know that I would remember to do it every day.
Oh no, see, if somebody said to me like that's going to prolong your life, I would be doing that every day.
I know, and I would like to think that I was, but if I'm being realistic, I wonder if I would.
Well, I mean, yeah, I forget to take my collagen every day, and I've got 5 jars of it sitting. So yeah, maybe I wouldn't actually remember to take it every day.
I am the worst with vitamins and supplements.
Oh my God,
actually, they're my
out of my ears. I can't get through them quick enough. Honestly.
Do you stick to taking them?
No, this is where
me. I don't even finish it, and I'm like, oh, I see a new shiny new one, and I'm like, oh, maybe I need that. Maybe I need the hair and nail vitamin. I'll spend £30 on that or whatever it is.
I currently have about 4 bottles of detox and debloat from JS Health that I'm meant to take twice a day. Some days I don't even remember to do that. And I have all of this powdered collagen to take in my coffee. There's not enough coffee in the world to get through these jars before the next jar comes, honestly.
Oh, if you got a subscription.
Yes, I had to change it the other day because I was like, Stacey, this is getting ridiculous. You've got nowhere to keep these jars of collagen. Like, you need to start handing them out. Honestly, it's awful.
I know.
I've got so many.
And that's the thing. It's like, I think we're often I think we need to be really clear. So I actually think you with the collagen, I bet you most days take the collagen.
Yeah, because do you know what I've started to do, and I think we're going to speak about this later, is for me, somebody said that was a good example of habit stacking. If I had my vitamins sitting out next to my coffee, which I will always make if I can remember to have it sitting there so I can put it in the coffee and then take my vitamins at the same time, I am technically what you call habit stacking.
You are. And let's just talk about that now. So habit stacking, if anyone wants to look into this further, the best book on it is a book by James Clear called Atomic Habits.
Yes, I read that.
So have I.
I did read it.
It's a good book. It's really practical, I think, and talks a lot about kind of the research behind it. And he speaks about this framework where basically habit stacking is attaching a habit to something else to make you remember to do it and make it stick. So like you're saying, Stace, you every day get a coffee and you go into your kitchen, the collagen and your vitamins are there, so it makes you do it. Every day you're brushing your teeth. So maybe for example, you want to start doing positive affirmations in the morning. So rather than kind of trying to work out space in your probably packed day, what you can do is do them when you're driving the car, do them when you're brushing your teeth, whatever. And it just helps you to integrate different practices that you want to do into daily life. I think that is one of the best things that you can do when trying to build habits. And I think that's the thing, is that often what we're saying is we want to achieve these goals, but actually if we don't change our habits, then we won't achieve those goals perhaps. So say, for example, I want to read more. That's my goal. I want to read 1 book a month for the rest of the year. Okay, well, you need to change the habit of, I get into bed, I scroll on my phone, I look at the time, it was about 11, I think, oh gosh, better get to sleep. Instead, maybe what you need to do is I get in my bedroom, my phone is charged the other side of the room, I pick up my book, I read for 15 minutes, and then I go to sleep. So if you don't change the habit, most of the time it's difficult to achieve the goal.
And that makes total sense as well. I need to do that with my phone because I was doing so well with it. And now I'm not.
You were doing really well. Like if I was to message you after 9 o'clock at night, I would not get a response.
No, you didn't. You wouldn't. But now I'm kind of falling out of it. But I like this whole idea of maybe I just go up to bed and leave the phone like somewhere else charging, and then read my book instead, because I am a bit the same. I would like to read more, and reading just puts me straight to sleep.
Same, honestly.
And that's me. Yeah, I'm gone.
I like read every night basically, but sometimes it's like a sentence,
page,
and I've fallen asleep. I'm often like dropping my Kindle in the night or something, like out of my hands.
I think one of the things that I do want to do is it's quite hard when you've got toddlers because they're not at that stage yet, is where I want to get into really good. And I do have, when they sleep through the night, my sleep habits are good, but I really want to get into a good sleeping habit. And I want to try and sleep from 10 till 6 every morning if I can. That's what I would like to be able to do.
Yeah. What's stopping you?
My phone. I end up scrolling it. And then, the children do stop it. They are the first ones to break that. So maybe I need to be realistic about what I can actually achieve as well when I've got young children, that sometimes are still teething and, are picking up illnesses at nursery and that. So I maybe need to be a little bit more realistic about that one.
I think the sleep's a good one because like I don't get as much sleep as I probably should, but I would go to sleep thinking, oh, if I get to sleep now, then that's fine because I'll get like 7 hours, 7.5 hours or whatever. But actually, then you wake up early for some reason, or Harper comes through the night, whatever it is, and it takes a while to get to sleep, eats into that time. So actually, what you should be trying to do, I suppose, with what I should be trying to do with sleep is aim for more than that, because then I'll get that amount of hours. So if you were to do 10 till 6, that's 8 hours. That's good. So even if you got 7,
I know. 8 hours is the dream, but
8 is the dream.
That is the dream because I'm a much better person when I'm slept. So that is the dream. So
But I think the phone's an interesting one. Do you know what's worked for me actually? Because it wasn't working for me doing right. I can only use my phone. Like I can only go on social media between these times. That just wasn't working for me. But I have this app called Opal, and I'm only allowed to go on social media 4 times a day for 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it works for me so much better. So this is the whole thing. It's what works for you. For me, I need to pay for an app to stop myself using my phone, which is ridiculous, I know. But I just wasn't able to build that habit. I didn't have enough self-control myself.
I don't have that. So I do need something, I think, that can kind of stop that. Gav heard about I just can't remember what he said. It was either called a brick or a block or something. And you can actually like tap in and out your phone, like to like turn off like access to like your social media and stuff like that. Like, and to be able to then go back on it, you actually have to take the phone and tap back into it. Something like that. I don't know. Probably wasn't listening 100%, but it sounds like something like that. Because he was like, that's it. I'm getting one of these things for the house because we're all on our phones too much.
Oh, and it's for, I know someone else that has this. It's for like your Wi-Fi zone.
Yes.
Yeah. I've
Something
heard
like
of someone
that.
else that does that.
Yeah. So, I mean,
one of the girls I used to work with, her husband did it for like conspiracy type vibes around people listening in and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's worth, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't want, this would be like the 3rd episode about phone use.
I know.
So we'll change
I think
subject.
I just need to, like, I'm not, like, I've said it to you, like, I'm not going to bother making this New Year's resolution.
So what is your New Year's resolution, Stace? What is this slight improvement?
The slight improvement is, Stace, that I do want to save a little bit more money because next year, maybe next year, at some point, we would like to move to a bigger house because we find that, like, we've got space right now, but like, when we've got like 3 grown adults in the house, like we probably don't have this space that, it's not even the space, it's like the space for stuff because I buy shite and stuff. Like, as you know, I like clutter. So ultimately we would like to be saving for a bigger house, but currently I'm the one that's not doing any saving. It's just down to my husband. He's the only one doing any saving. So I promised that I would start doing a little bit of saving toward, well, I mean, it's not going to be towards anything. It might be towards, like, I don't know, a pair of curtains or something, because we all know how good I am at saving. But I really do want to try and be a little bit better. I also want to incorporate this whole shopping my own wardrobe business that everyone's kind of talking about.
What's this? I've not heard of this.
Well, it's rather than buying something new that you don't need, you know how easily influenced I am. Rather, spending time looking through your wardrobe, creating some outfits with stuff you already have, maybe combinations you've not worn. I want to try and do a little bit more of that. So like if I've got my friend's 40th in a couple of weeks, and rather than buying something new for that, I am just going to shop what's in my wardrobe. I'm going to use what is in my wardrobe, and because I do want to spend less on.
I want you to come and do that in my wardrobe for me, because
will
you're
do it.
so good at like putting things together.
Yeah,
I'm not good at that.
I would love to come and do that for you. I love putting together that sort of thing. So I've been spending time going through my wardrobe, having the usual January clear out as well. But I want to just also, I'm kind of just sick of like, you know, spending money on unnecessary things that I don't need. So the goal is to buy less and save a little bit more. But like I was saying to you,
Okay.
it's always when you're trying to do that like your skincare runs out or your shampoo runs out, and you're like,
well, I have said I'm not buying anything until April,
oh my
apart
God.
from stuff I need like that. Like if like not new stuff, not clothes, like things like that. But like
wow.
if my shampoo did run out, my hair oil ran out, my
And you have
moisturizer, all
to
that,
get those
you
stuff.
just have
You
to
have
get
to.
that stuff.
You don't have
yeah,
to,
but we have to.
but we have to, yeah.
But yeah, and how is it going with that then, Stace? Because we're the 23rd of January.
Well, I thought I was doing really well because I managed a whole 18 days, 18 whole days without ordering a piece of clothing for myself. Now, I know there'll be people that are like, she is off her head. She's ordering something every 18 days. Mate, I am ordering something every other day. Like, you know, so I said to Gav the other night, I was like, I'm so proud of myself. I've managed to last till the 18th of January and I haven't ordered anything for myself. He's like, yeah, I have noticed there's not been as many parcels arriving. I was like, amazing. But I then had a bad day of work. And I was like, and I treated myself because that's what I do. But this is where the but comes in. I had a £20 voucher, so it actually halved it. So I only spent £20.
What did you treat yourself to?
Just went onto my H&M wish list and just ordered shit that I don't need. But I needed that dopamine hit. I needed it.
Did you do it? Oh, you didn't. Did you get to Blue Monday when the resolutions are broke? Yeah. Just about there.
Oh yeah, just about, yeah. Well, was it the 18th?
Such a cliche.
Was it the 18th? God. Maybe it wasn't the 18th. Maybe it was earlier than
I think
18th.
as well, this is another thing I wanted to say. Like, I actually think what we should do is know that we're not going to get them right all the time.
No.
I think it's more like this year I want to do less spending.
I like that phrasing. I like that. I want to do
it's not
less.
that you're going to... Because that's unrealistic.
Oh my God, that was just like a little bit of a light bulb moment for me there. That was really good.
I want to use my phone less.
I want to do less spending money on clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I do enjoy that.
So yeah, I think that's another thing. It's like, I am not every year. This year, I think I feel super charged up at the start of the year, but I think it's because I had like a month off work, basically.
Delightful.
So I felt very relaxed. I went on holiday with Harper. We went away for a week to Tenerife in the sun, which was so lovely. So by the time I got back into like work and stuff, it was like later than usual. And I was like, I did feel like super like enthusiastic about the year and all of that. And I'd spent time working out my goals and stuff. And I do have a huge list, but to be honest, if you're to look at that list, a lot of it is like stuff I'm already doing. So like I enjoy, going to the gym and classes and things like that. So that was there, but it's not different to last year. It's I would say 75% was probably more of this.
Yeah.
More of like the same of this, the same of this.
I think that's a nice place to be.
Yeah, but some of them have not even really looked at yet. So like I have thought about them at the start of the year, and there's this whole concept that people speak about of wintering, where actually...
That's the book I'm reading right now.
No.
Wintering, yes.
Is it? Oh, that sounds nice. And what's it about? Just the concept of like... actually
rest and relaxation in times when like, it's still dark at 5 o'clock. Like our bodies
there's
are
like
not...
a weather warning tonight.
our bodies are not meant to be like, in starvation mode in January when it's like this, for goodness sake. Like, we're supposed to be eating nourishing foods and like looking after our bodies and stuff like that at this time of year.
Yeah. And actually, spring is quite a good time to set intentions when we're
Exactly.
growing
I
and
totally
blooming.
agree. I totally agree.
And I think that's the thing. It's not that, some people will set goals and intentions in January and will completely stick to them, and amazing. But some people won't. Some people will. September, people think, is a good time to kind of set new school year type vibes. And there's that feeling around September being a good time to do it. So I think it's like you don't have to wait until the start of the year to do these things.
No, and
But
also
the start of
every
the year
day.
can be sorry?
Every day's a new day. You can start it any day you blooming want. Doesn't need to.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing. It's like, it's working out. I think you need to work out what works for you, but also be motivated to do it. So, what's the real reason? So you're saying, I want to spend less, but actually you want to spend less to save more
for future me. For future me.
You.
Future Stacey needs you to do this.
Where there's more room for all your stuff that you buy.
All the house decor that I buy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly. All of that. So I think actually that's another thing. It's being really aware of what the actual reason is for what you're trying to do. So, there was a study done, and it was basically like people wanted to exercise, to lose weight, or to look better. But actually the people who wanted to do it because they wanted to be able to run about with their children more,
having the reason.
The ones who made the change.
Yeah, having the reason.
The reason.
I do think that is that. And because I could do that every year. I could do that every month. Say, oh, I want to spend less. But because we know that in the next couple of years, when little humans are getting bigger, they just have so much stuff, because I get 2 of everything. I've got 2 of these cars sitting. They're firing about my house on these little, push along cars. I need a little bit more space for these things. And so, I know that is what we want. That is what our future plans look like. So I know that I need to just take it a bit more seriously. I do need to take things a bit more seriously if that's what I want to achieve. Yeah. So there is a goal at the end.
One of the other principles that James Clear speaks about in Atomic Habits is making it attractive. So it's the thought of, not getting any new clothes or whatever, but what you're saying is actually reinvigorating your wardrobe, making other outfits, spending time to do that, so it doesn't feel like you've got nothing to wear, nothing new, whatever. And also making it easy. So what are some of the things you could do there? Taking Klarna off of your H&M.
I'm not there yet.
You're never going to do that.
I'm not there yet.
But there is that as well. Or
deleting the app. I know.
Deleting the app.
I said that to my sister the other day. I went, I really should just delete that, because I thought I was doing really well. I mean, she thinks I was doing well as well, but she's the only person in the world who agrees that I was doing well, because she's the only person in the world who shops as much as me, if not more. If not more.
Do you think she's more?
I don't know. Some days, some months, we take turnabout, I think.
Well, I actually have a night out on Saturday, and I was like, what am I going to wear? What am I going to wear? I'm going to have to think about it. And I thought, hold on. Sarah and I had a really good conversation about how we should be wearing each other's clothes, and she's got a really nice pair of lace trousers, so I'm going to give it a shout.
Yes. That's 100%
so there,
due.
That's I've got other things that are the shopping is, I think I can control that.
What are some of your goals? Come on, we've shamed me publicly.
So here's a funny one. One of my goals is to drink more water.
Okay.
And I had that on last year, and I've not done it. I'm really good when I'm in the gym or class or something at drinking a lot of water, but I don't go as much as I used to. And so some days I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't drunk any water yet. So what did I do to make things attractive?
Bought Stanley. I bet you bought. Honestly, you're so predictable.
£45.
You are, honestly, I could read you like a
£45.
I could read you like a book.
It is exactly. I am a marketer's dream. £45 or influencer's dream. £45. I swear to you, it is the best £45 I have spent in ages. I have drunk so much water since I have it.
Have you?
Yeah. And I thought, do you know what? That's another one of my things. Buy cheap, buy often. I'm trying to not buy cheap, like white t-shirts, right? This is turning into like our like confessions. Maybe this is what this average episode are.
Shopaholic, yeah.
Exactly. So like white t-shirts, the amount of white t-shirts that I've bought from like Marquis or H&M ones, are like, they're okay. I spent £30 on a COS white t-shirt, and
COS ones are the best ones. COS ones are the best ones. The best ones forever. Honestly, they are. They're worth the money.
They're worth it. Yes, they're worth. And £30 seems a lot, but now I have it. It doesn't seem a lot because I weighed it.
Stace, the only problem is you've got to keep it white now. You've got to keep it white.
I know. Do you know what? Actually, Sharon, this is definitely not a different titled episode now. Sharon did my washing once, and she never puts anything in the tumble dryer, but I'd put my white t-shirt in with my bedding, because she does my bedding when she's here because she's an angel. So anyway, Sharon the cleaner so I put my white t-shirt in with my bedding. I was like, great, it's all white, blah blah. She does not put anything in the tumble dryer. Nothing. Today she was here, there was towels. They're hanging on on like radiators and things. Like, they would easily go in the tumble dryer.
Yeah.
She tumble dried my COS white t-shirt.
Oh no.
And I was honestly like, like, it's okay. It's a bit smaller, I would say, but it's all right.
Oh no. God.
But yes. So this is that is one of my intentions. My best friend Gemma, she's the same. It's actually investing in stuff that I'll wear more than stuff that will, and I'm not doing this all the time, but I'm going to try and do it more, that bobble much quicker.
Yes, totally. Don't buy cheap. Just save a little bit longer, get the thing you really want, because that's always my problem. I'm always like, I'll just buy the cheaper version, but I still want the actual expensive version that I want. Like, that doesn't change. But no, COS white t-shirts are the best. You're not going to get a better white t-shirt than that. So heavy. No. They're just such a lovely t-shirt.
So well.
Oh, honestly, I could bang on about them all day, but I'm not going to.
So if you think about the James Clear piece, right? Obvious. So it's my Stanley Cup. Obvious, very big. Takes up a lot of space.
Yeah.
Can't miss it. Attractive, I would say. I went for the one that's obviously like my house, cream.
Oh my God, is it cream?
The cream.
Yeah.
Easy. So easy. A straw. I think I have such a thing about a straw. I will drink way more water if something has a straw.
I would agree with that.
And satisfying. It's visually satisfying. The water tastes better. Me and Sarah were saying that the other day.
Stays cold.
So actually, £45 well spent.
I can't believe you spent £45 on a water bottle, though. Honestly, I could have gotten you one off a TikTok shop from China for like 13 quid, and it would have still looked exactly the same.
Well, this one's not leaving the house, but if I was if I take it out and lose it, that's what I would do.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I think that is a good way of being like, right, can I go through this list if there's something I want to do, because there's a goal that I have, what is the habit that I need to change, and can I go through that list of obvious, attractive, easy and satisfying to help make it stick.
Yeah. Honestly, what you said before, that was like, that was like a little bit of a, I don't even remember the exact words, but it was just, that was really useful. That was super.
But I think as well, something else that we were going to, I want to speak about was, I think as well, thinking about like your energy and your mindset around this. So if you have like limiting beliefs or things that you tell yourself about yourself or areas that you've not addressed, some of your goals might be quite difficult to reach as well. So say you want to get a new job this year.
Yep.
But you don't feel good enough. You feel like the thought of an interview would make you really nervous. You don't feel like you would look at jobs and think, oh, I don't have everything on that. Maybe I'm not able to apply, or, whatever it is that's holding you back, that will hinder your ability to reach that goal. So actually where we should spend a lot of time, and that's that new year, same me, a little bit improved.
Minor improvements.
It's like under construction, minor improvements.
She's a work in progress.
Exactly, because we're always a work in progress.
Absolutely.
And it's funny because something that I thought about today, actually, I heard it on a podcast, and it was like, so some people think they know it all, maybe about a subject or something. And they were like, if I'm teaching like leadership courses or something to people who've worked in leadership for years and years, and they know loads, but something that made me think, I was like, oh yeah, that's such a good point. Like, we can always get better. And in anything that we do, we can always get better.
100%.
And we can always get worse.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't it? So like, you can always, have, the confidence, if we don't consciously work on ourselves and our confidence and who we are, and, try and like love ourselves, if you like, that self-love and things. If we don't consciously work on that, we can always get better, but we can actually go back as well. So if we don't actually spend the time addressing some of those beliefs, some of those goals might be quite difficult.
Oh yeah. Oh, but you know me, I love my energy, baby. So like,
and it's all about energy.
I'm always working on that.
You are, and you've just got such a lovely energy.
Oh, I don't know. My husband sometimes thinks it's toxic positivity, but I'm like, no, I'm just really positive. I'm not all the time, I promise. I'm not. In fact, I'm sometimes quite an awful person to be around.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, he sees the best in me. Yeah, he gets the best and the worst. God love him. That's honestly, that's been good. That's been good.
Good.
Anything
so we're
else
going to check in.
Oh yeah, when are we checking in?
We're going to check in. Well, I'll check in with you and see how you're getting with your spending. I'll maybe check in with Gav.
Gav has nothing to do with my spending. Thank you very much. I've got this. It's all good.
It was more about the deliveries coming to your door.
Oh, right. I thought you meant that he was funding it. I was like, how very dare you? I'm an independent woman. I fund my own shopping habits. Thank you.
But yeah, I think the key thing of this is, just to kind of recap, it's set goals, amazing. Set goals now, set goals in spring, and whenever it is that you feel inclined to do it. I think it's amazing to always be working on ourselves. It's amazing to have these things that we want to get better at. But I think the biggest thing is be realistic, build the habit to support the goal, be consistent around what it is that you're trying to do, but know that not every single day you're going to be able to do that. There'll be days where you don't.
There'll be days when you fall into the H&M app and buy something off your wish list.
But you have a £20 voucher, so all good.
I had a £20 voucher.
Had to be used. You could pretend it had to be used.
Yes, I had to use it.
Exactly.
And I also had £3 off because I spend so much with them. I get the member benefits quite regularly.
I get them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's basically free, kind of.
Yeah. Exactly. But what are you going to do now? Is it going to be the 18th of February, your next purchase?
Do you know what? I am going to try really hard because I keep saying to myself, Stacey, there is nothing you need. There is nothing you need. You've got a wardrobe full of lovely stuff up there. It's just, I don't know how me and my sister have become these people. We've just always been people that enjoy shopping. We've just always
There's maybe some sort of like reason, like childhood reason.
I don't know what it is, but we've just always enjoyed a good shop. So yeah, I'm gonna just continue to try hard and just remember what the end goal is that in a couple of years' time, when we want to move, I'll have contributed something to that.
You'll have bought the curtains for the living room.
The curtains.
Don't if you're getting curtains, don't go living room. I got living room curtains after 3 years because they were so bloody expensive.
Do you know what? I don't think I would bother with curtains. I think this is a different podcast again, but curtains are just bloody expensive.
Oh my God, I know.
Honestly, I'd have to.
And I had a window that was like, like you'll know my window's like a bay kind of one.
And a huge window as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
That's
So,
another riveting podcast for
I
another
know,
day.
you guys.
But
you
the
guys
biggest thing is be kind to yourself, work on your energy, put the energy out there, you'll get it back. But that's where I think if you're going to spend any of your time, that is the best use of your time.
Totally agree. And you have to spend money to make money.
Well, money is energy.
Money is energy. And I feel the freer you are with it, the more good that comes back to you. So win-win, baby. Win-win.
Well, you'll have to show us this H&M purchase and I'll be checking in.
Honestly, do you know what? Sometimes, I'm going to tell you something disgusting to admit. Sometimes I just like the thrill of it. And I've often been known to just send it parcel right back. Just love the thrill of ordering it and getting something through the door. And then I go, I don't need that. And I just send it back. Honestly.
We do speak a lot in that you're either like, I'm just on a walk to do a return, or I'm just coming back from doing my return.
I'm always walking to Tesco to send my every parcel back. Always walking to do a return.
Oh, wow. And if that's what gives you that, you're trying to walk outside more, swing. Exactly. Everything has positives and negatives.
Exactamundo. And I can't change overnight.
No.
Small
and I think
steps.
that's the thing as well. Yeah. It's like it's unrealistic to think you will completely change something overnight.
Exactly.
So baby steps.
Baby steps. Thanks, Stacey.
Thank you so much. Have a gorgeous week and we will speak to you soon.
Ta-da, bye.
Bye.